Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is Dogboat333, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, The New Order, Last Days of Europe, as the Russian Free Republic. Now, last video, we easily negotiated with the Ural Military District, and, got them to peacefully integrate. We also won the elections, and we have this fucker, who is not my precious man, Tsar Alexei Kosygin. But I guess just like Tsar Alexei, he had to just up and disappear on us for whatever reason. Skin a corn surgut. Okay, advanced drop tanks. We could invade Kazakhstan if we wanted to. Better research facilities. Beautiful. Approach with Siberian liberals. Let's reestablish with the Siberian republics then. Yeah. The old Soviet Union made many mistakes, but we do not need to dismiss all the decisions with the same broad brush, specifically the autonomous Soviet Socialist republics, which help provide representation to the various minority groups within the Soviet Union. Western Siberia is home to many minorities, and our republic should aspire to ensure these minorities receive the same level of equality and autonomy within our system as they possessed in the old Soviet system. Our president wishes to recreate the Siberian ASSRs, although modified to better fit our government structure. With the Siberian Minority Representation Autonomy Act, several autonomous republics will be carved out of Western Siberia and staffed with various ethnic and religious minorities that require greater representation within our democratic system. That works for me. Hiding election results. There we go. It's nice and clear. Oh, mamma mia. At dawn, it is not just night that dies, it is man it is becoming. The warm blood staining the pavement is a word that's just starting. Hot autumn ends. Increase relations. Reestablish the Siberian republics. We can reconstruct the wasteland. It's probably a good idea. We should do that. But actually, let's craft our future first. Yeah. When Pyotr Alexeyevich became Peter the Tsar, he inherited a backwater from his father Alexis and brother Fyodor. Its cities hearkened to the Kievan Rus in their antiquity in Bukolia. It's lately lived almost to a man as a literate peasant in serfs. Its nobles and generals ruled their fiefdoms like free boyars, rather than subjects of an imperial majesty. Lesser men would be tempted to leave a state of things be. After all, what use was there changing an unstoppable force's course? But Peter proved himself above and beyond men as concept altogether. By his decrees were our greatest cities willed into existence. By his tutelage, the evolution of peasants and into intellectuals, craftsmen, clergymen, and by his ironclad will, sedacious subjects and rapacious rivals alike humbled before the twin-headed eagle. The emperor passing in completed Peter the Tsar's metamorphosis into Peter the Great, guiding light and model for all Russians, regardless of ideology. It is his footsteps which we had followed yesterday and are following today, and will follow tomorrow. History repeats in cycles, and as sure as the world turns about itself, so too shall Russia repeat the reforms which blossom sun-kissed sunflowers from all-encompassing wastelands. Get some more stability, and move on. concerned about what's happening in Kazakhstan, because we're not really, Oh shit, we had a research slot. We probably should have finished up a long time ago. We can use some advanced jet fighters, but I think some strategic bombers. That'll be better. Fuck off with the black market, okay? I don't care. We'll get working on some dockyards soon, actually. Crafting our future. We'll get a very basic navy going. Air Force. Early strategic bombers. Early interceptors, why not? And then the rest we'll do IFVs. Why not? The Vite Mandate is having a harder time than they should. The Tokyo standoff. Uh-oh. Does this mean... Is this 2 games in a row I'm going to get Order 44? I fucking hope not. Alright, we can integrate some more lands. We'll do Vortuka right now. And we'll focus more southwards. Can we increase more relations? I don't know if this is working. We might just have to invade them. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I guess we gotta invade Kazakhstan, boys. That's not very nice, but what are you gonna do? Let's expand university funding. That's what we'll do. The quality of life in Russia is beginning to rise, and our economy is doing well. With an increased prosperity comes increased demands for a skilled workforce, and to obtain these skilled people, we need to educate the people. Unfortunately, university levels education has not been a high priority for Russians ever since it collapsed into anarchy. First president shall be increasing the funding reserved for universities and higher education. Increased university funding will also aid our research endeavors, replenishing Russia's academic scene, and is the next step in advancing our nation to the modern age. Russian thinkers shall once more share their knowledge with the world. Now that is very nice. There we go. Let's check our economy out. Oh, our deficit is huge. Goddamn. Expanding university funding. We'll do a hand to the west. Far beyond the Reich's clutches stands watch the United States of America. Since its loss in the Second World War, the Western Hemisphere's colossus has prevented the German and Japanese from exporting their poisonous fascism to other free countries around the world. Those willing to submit their wills and whether withal to the free world's cause, join Washington's tight-knit circle of allies, the OFN. Surrounded as it is by existential threats, the Free Republic must approach Washington as a fellow free nation. Washington's credit and protection may well secure our precarious fortunes throughout this decade's surprises. Very well. Research facilities are improving. Academic base is improving. We'll integrate Magnetorsk. Magnitogorsk, however you pronounce it. Magneto? Yeah, the goring machine is broken, I think. Germany machine is broken, please fix. A hand to the west. We can integrate Orsk next. Crap, we better select a new national focus first. Flying together. Actually, let's do into the atomic age. Russia has long been regarded as a power, by powers near and far, as a backwater, a vast steppe full of peasant farmers, and decades of revolution, collapse, and civil war have done little to change this perception. But this will soon change. With the vast resources, human and otherwise, that have acquired during our campaigns of reunification, we possess the ability to begin a nuclear program. The power of the atom is a great equalizer in the game of geopolitics, and we shall now act to harness it for ourselves. Works for me. So we need some rubber. Working with rubber. Indonesia, the US. Indonesia has a lot of it. We'll trade with them. We'll terminate our trade of tungsten. Got some planes building. Very nice. Going to integrate Orsk. We'll do it right now. Into the atomic age. Let's establish closed facilities. Just as we are desperate to unlock the secrets of the atom, our enemies are equally desperate to prevent us from doing so. Though there are many ways to increase security, very few absolute, and absolute security is necessary when the stakes are so high. We'll therefore sequester our entire nuclear program. Labs, enrichment facilities, reactors, and production lines in closed cities. These cities will not permit entry or exit to anyone without a direct authorization from the highest levels of government. Although cumbersome and expensive, such is irrelevant. We must have safety and security for the program, and we will. Yeah, I think we just have to invade Kazakhstan. Fuck. Siberia, you want to do something? Yeah, the Republic, the Liberation Front winning. Dofar rebels are making a comeback, and this time I didn't have to fuck around in console commands, so that's kind of nice. Alright, so we got Project Molina. In order to set to the status we must aspire to on the world stage, Russia needs a nuclear program of its own. Though we do not expect to acquire the bomb immediately, we must lay the groundwork of a proper program so that we may match our enemies one-on-one when the time for potential conflict comes. So we got a lot of theoretical development. I'll save up for my invasion of Kazakhstan first. For now. Streamline automation techniques. Civilian construction 4. We'll do a foundation for research. More than 20 years of civil war has, among many other things, all but destroyed the educational infrastructure of the nation and led to the immigration or death of the most competent scientists and physicists. If we are to have any hope of continuing and completing our nuclear program, we must address this. We cannot wait for skilled scientists to make themselves known or return from afar, or for advanced institutions to be reclaimed. We must act. We will directly fund the universities and research centers that we do have and monitor them closely for students of loyalty and aptitude who can be directly recruited into our development program. I mean, sure, that works for me. And when can we continue? 71. For this bread we thank thee. Let's go. Outdated equipment. Basic jet strategic bombers. Let's get working on some naval stuff. We'll do some destroyers. Something basic. I should have gone down that little bit of a naval tree when I had the opportunity to. Hindsight, all that. Increase relations. Any second, come on. It's like that meme, come on, do something. A kid poking out the stick of whatever it is. Oh, dockyards. Right now, we'll get working on convoys. Foundation for research. Yeah, I guess we're going to war with Kazakhstan now. We'll start reconstructing the wasteland. In truth, we have much to thank for the warlords and pretty petty statelets which once lorded over central Siberia. Differences in ideology must not blind us from the fact that their government has paid close attention to reconstructing their lands until fields can be harvested for crops, mines extracted for ores, and factories retooled for consumer goods. Our tenuously balanced treasury is doubtless pleased over the improvements. Damn, already made. I got distracted by text. But that does not mean the Republic's new field mines and factories need no more attention. For all that the warlords can make treasure out of nothing, British shambolic words still pale before those built by a modern, mature economy, one like ours, for instance. President Katushev has thus decided to allocate a portion of our budget towards projects in Russia's new territories. That their facilities will be brought up to par with fictive cars find us. Alrighty then. I'll exercise these guys. Get less greens involved. we have 60 days until we invade Kazakhstan. And shortly after, you know, no more Borat jokes. I haven't seen Borat 2. I haven't actually seen Borat 1 before. Project Siberian has been bearing fruit in Western Russia. The data received from the computers has proven invaluable in advancing our economy onto the world stage. However, currently, our Cyberkin infrastructure is limited to Western Russia. We now have annexed a large amount of territory that is in desperate need of economic recovery programs. In order to make the Western Siberian economy more efficient and more effective, our president has proposed for increased funding to be allocated to Project Siberian, and for additional Siberian offices to be constructed in key locations across Western Siberia. Our government has determined the cities of Tyumen, Omsk, Sverdlovsk, and Ninsky Tagil to be prime locations for these offices. Not only will these offices help open up the much needed job opportunities in these recently incorporated cities, but they are also the largest economies in Western Siberia and therefore are the most in need of Project Siberian's optimization. There we go. I don't know if this might be the last episode of a series, honestly. I don't know what else there really is to do. We'll approach some emigre scientists right now, I suppose. Can take a look at all of our stuff. We'll get some better industrial equipment coming up. I don't think we ever got out of power tools, actually, so that'll be good that we're upgrading there. The rest... yeah, black market order, da-da-da. The core part of Russia is a beautiful, unending nature. The Union of Young Reformers has always stood for protecting the environment, as it is humanity's duty to be the steward of this earth. With Western Siberia's beautiful forests, tundra, and mountainous landscapes now under our control, we must ensure that these beautiful lands are not butchered by industrialists and the greedy. Of course, our mission is made more difficult by those who governed Western Siberia before us, Tyumen and Omsk, their environments decimated and polluted by the policies of Kaganovich and the Black League. We must clean up their mess and protect what's left. How's Italy holding up? Yeah, Oman has won. Nasser won in Egypt. Sorry, you take some, you lose some. We'll see what happens in Iraq, I guess. Got some tech going on. Resource extraction. I don't know what else to do, honestly. Which I just realized, actually, we can go ahead and improve. Yeah, we're behind on some of that stuff, actually. So let's get working on that. New conservationism. Consolidate the energy sector. With both the regions of Western Russia and the Western Siberia under our control, we now have unimaginable power and an unimaginable amount of resources. Excuse me. While some private enterprises are already making moves to establish fair domination over these markets, we must ensure that our nation's oil production is handled efficiently and effectively. As such, the President has approved the creation of a state-run oil and gas concern to be aided by Project Siberian once it is further developed, in order to ensure that oil reaches its destination on time and in sufficient quantities. This firm will also ensure that the profits from the oil industry don't simply end up in the hands of oligarchs. I wonder why they'd be concerned about that in Russia. Using this firm, our government should be able to expand our oil reserves and use the profits to fund projects that give back to our people. There we go. Yep, there goes Iraq. Up, Syria's hopping out. Healer crisis. People do not want words. They want the sound of battle. The battle of destiny. Black gold, red sand. There we go. We can develop some physics institutes, which I think we'll do. Improve our academic societal base, which will be very nice. We'll establish the Russian Sovereign Wealth Fund. Wise men save their money while fools spend theirs towards even beyond bankruptcy. Wiser men, however, spend their savings on investment which generate money, ensuring that their total savings grow by the year. So do these men shield themselves from externalities while simultaneously enlarging their fortunes. A sovereign wealth fund applies wiser men's logic to a nation-state scale. Managed by financial experts, it receives money from the government and funnels them as principal towards well-earning stocks and bonds. Both principal and interest may then be utilized for whatever higher purpose this fund is bestowed. For the Free Republic and its generous influx of oil money, that purpose is securing every registered citizen a comfortable life when they are old and infirm. Okay, so it's like, oh crap. I knocked my energy can over. It's like what Norway does. Okay. So yeah, I guess we're moving into Kazakhstan. Slowly but surely, Siberia. Come on. You can do it. Just have all these random assholes who nobody knows who they are. No one cares. I'm still salty over what happened to my Tomsk LP when they just popped up for no fucking reason. Because, you know, the localization was kind of screwed up. Because that was annoying and weird, and I didn't like that very much. We'll get working on a few more dockyards. Research slot available. Working on some AKMs. No, no, no. Get the fuck back. No national focus set. Flying together. It's been some time since America welcomed us heartily into the free world. Already cooperation's fruits have ripened both ends of the Atlantic. Archangelsk tonnage figures have multiplied several magnitudes since when American industries now partake on Russian materials for the first time in decades. With what is offered, our relationship with the superpower seems set in stone. Perhaps now is right for expanding this relationship further. President Katushev has penned a request for observer status in the OFN in exchange for granting most favored nation status to its members. This we promise. Russia's wealth shall forever be wedded to freedom. Very smart. Okay, we'll cut their fronts in two. We'll move down through here. I don't know how long they have, really. Probably not that long, though, if I had to guess. We're moving back into old Novopolska. Back when that was a thing. R.I.P. Novopolska. We'll keep on pushing through. Flying together. No national focus. And onwards to the future. Once upon a time, Konstantin Khrushchev's erstwhile allies would have scoffed at his vision opposite the Assembly's aisle. Their opinions no longer matter now, but for posterity's sake, he has had the last laugh. Personal liberties, comfortable lives, a voice in the government, an economy worth calling our own. President Khrushchev has achieved all that he had promised and more. That he has done so while only managing the stresses of Reconstruction only amplifies his victory's sweet succor. With the people in lockstep behind him, the president seeks a bright future to leave with them, a worthy crown to his party's legacy. And what adornments shine brighter than Russia reunited? Get working on capitulating these guys. Move in. Very nice. We'll integrate this bit first, I guess. Let's not do that. Let's set a front line. I guess here. That works. Siberia, you wanna get to pushing, man? Military construction. Offensive line. Huh. Onwards to the future. And then let's address the uranium problem. Russia is a truly enormous land, possessing many varied resources in vast abundance. Unfortunately, however, uranium is not one of those, as far as we know. Without a steady and reliable supply of uranium, we have no program and thus no bomb. We must therefore make every effort in order to find this supply as soon as possible. No matter what it costs, we must find new sources of fissile material. Order failed, da-da-da. Integrate that a little bit. Oh shit. So my country can be free. So my country can be free. Money. In my country there is problem. I got that Borat song stuck in my head. It's one where he goes to that country night in Arizona. He's like, in my country there is problem. And he starts off like, and that problem is transport. It takes very, very long because Kazakhstan is big. And he's like, throw transport down the well. Oh, I don't want to do that. So my country can be free. So my country can be free. And you think it's like, it acts like a normal sounding, like, vaguely, like, normal song, and then it's like, in my country there's problem, and this is part that might be getting canceled, and that problem is the Jew. And then he says like a bunch of shit, and he's like, throw the Jew down the well, and then people start singing along, and he gets this big, like this club in Arizona to just sing along, and just sing, throw the Jew down the well. So my country can be free. So I have that song stuck in my head because I rewatched it. Because we were talking about Borat, and it reminded me of that. Our efforts to locate additional sources of uranium domestically have borne fruit. Just east of the Urals, near the city of Kurgan, surveyors are claiming to have found a massive deposit of uranium ready for exploitation. In order to secure the deposit, an entire mining operation and infrastructure surrounding it will have to be built from scratch. The efforts required will be enormous and cost even greater, but that is irrelevant, as we must have that uranium. Oh, the black market is back. What the fuck? Reunify the motherland. Better industrial equipment. Beautiful. Well, we keep integrating Kazakhstan. We're doing well. We really are. So I'm trying to figure out what our next... I'm trying to figure out what the next series after is. I think I'm going far left. I think I agree to that. Bukarina was leading in the polls last time I checked it. So odds are I'm playing her. So yeah, that's something you guys can look forward to. You want to edit our divisions a little bit? Let's add some field hospitals. We're fine army-wise. Let's source some foreign material. If we can't find enough uranium to support our program domestically, we'll have to look farther afield. Agents, legal and otherwise, will be dispatched across the world to research and investigate both known and rumored uranium deposits. Whether we must buy the material or trade for it or steal it, we will acquire it. The program must continue, and a bomb cares little for where the material inside came from. I mean, fair enough, I guess. Well, we're coming up, I think, on the end of a series. That's why I'm kind of musing about what's next. Because, well, that's very much up in the air. Baath's Iraq coming out the winner. Yeah, so they'll align themselves with the other Arab socialists, right? So they might go after the Saudis and then Yemen. Oman will get involved somehow, I'm sure. Alright, next, let's chase the sun. Although it'll be a long time before we have an operational nuclear weapon, we will successfully build that infrastructure necessary to ensure that we eventually will. Our laboratories and research facilities are constructed and secured. Our educational institutions are turning out scientists with the necessary skills. Our agencies have secured both domestic and foreign sources of fissile material. All that is left is time. When that day comes and we complete our first nuclear test, we can take pride in both our accomplishments and in the knowledge that Russia will, at long last, be free of outside interference. Yeah, the Boron machine is just broken. Oh, Margie joined the OFN. I thought you... Because when I saw an event saying that she joined the Unity Pact, but I guess not. Well, we got old Barry Boy with his new republic. Well, that's real crisis speech. Okay. Alright, let's see. Another research slot. We'll get working on some more improved destroyer hulls. We got the better rifles going. So we'll put these into production. And then from here, we have special forces we could start working on, but it won't matter much this series, so I won't bother with that. We'll get some submarine hulls going. So we can maybe get working on some subs. Chase the sun, and we are done with our focus tree. So the only thing there's left to do now is to prepare for the unification war. We'll raise emergency reserves, develop Eastern Railways, mobilize Air Force, Eastern fortifications, infiltrate Siberian institutions. Actually, no, we'll do fallback lines. And if that's not enough, I don't know what to say. I mean, what can I say except you're welcome? Da 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 da. What can I say except you're welcome? Is there anything we can do over here? Integrated circuit computing. Let's do that. Oh, we can advance development phase. Let's do it. And then core that. We have literally a minute left, so it's probable that we'll have to wait until next video. Which I'm okay with, honestly. I'll hold on in case this ends up being enough, which I hope it will be. Because I've been saving on command power for so fucking long. I have to imagine this will work out. 15. You have to exceed 75% preparedness. Core more lands. And I guess we're going to have to hold off until next video, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you as always for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. If not, feel free to dislike. If you want to see more of this content in the future, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for more uploads every weekday. as well as every Saturday. If you have any comments, feedback, concerns, anything of the sort, go ahead and leave a comment section below. I read all the comments I get, and I appreciate any and all feedback you kind of folks might have for me. If you want to send any feedback my way, I have a Patreon down link below. If you want to chat or play games, I have a Discord. And if you want to watch me do this sort of stuff live, go ahead and check out my Twitch down link below. Thank you as always for watching, ladies and gentlemen. My name has been DB333. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.